Chapter 64. Religious Buildings. A very common argument is that it is sinful and wasteful to spend too much money, or any money, on church and religious buildings. A pastor whose congregation was meeting in rented facilities lost members and half his board when a $60,000 building was purchased. Those who left were men of means. One was a retired admiral who lived in a lovely home, had always enjoyed excellent quarters in the Navy, but still regarded a modest church building as wasteful. However, the Bible repeatedly makes clear that God regards it as wicked to live well while his house goes neglected. Haggai 1:2-9. To be rich towards ourselves and poor towards God is a sin. The source of this argument is from anti-Christians of the Enlightenment on, and the Marxists also have made heavy use of it. Why, they have said, in Russia and elsewhere should the church have all these beautiful buildings when people live poorly? So the church buildings were mostly confiscated. Why, it was then asked, should a farmer have 5 or 50 acres when all he needs for himself is a garden plot? So the farms were seized and collectivized. Why, too, it was held, should a man or family have 500 or 1,500 square feet to live in when 50 would do? And why should each family have a private kitchen, which it uses a short time each day, or a private bathroom, when it stands vacant 20 or 23 hours a day? You see the direction of the argument. It never changes. The starting point is the church. The final goal is your life. Meanwhile, of course, in the Soviet Union and elsewhere, state buildings have become more and more monumental, and taxes higher and higher. The logic is very clear. God and man mean nothing, and the civil government is everything. Little or nothing in the way of buildings, money, and time belong to God, and everything to the state. The argument that money spent on religious structures is wasteful is thus a dangerous and evil one, and the men who use it are either foolishly echoing what others have said, or are themselves sinful men. Oh yes, one more thing. That retired admiral and the other board members who resigned were all living in homes worth more than the church that was bought, and far better than the pastor. What was good enough for them was obviously too good for God or for his servants.